Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chrono Trigger guide. Looks like we're at part 16, just outside the Earthbound village. I believe we're gonna head up to the Earthbound village and rescue the Guru. All right, so there is a vendor. It's a decent vendor here with some decent upgrades, I guess. I think, anyway. Guess we're about to find out. Yeah, okay. Let's see what this guy has. I already have Demon Edge. Mega Blast, Megaton Arm, Flash Blade. It looks, yeah, I had that Lumen there. I got a second Lumen robe and then I never equipped it. So it looks like I'm guessing I equipped it here. Few things to note about this area. If you've leveled at all where I did, you'll have charm, and there's a couple of decent steals or charms from the enemies, and I definitely took the time to do that. The rest of Earthbound Village, there's not a whole lot here. There's some dialogue, and I think I spoke to everybody here just to get a little more. I was not as familiar with this part in the story because it's been quite a long time since I played through this, and I kind of wanted to know a little bit more. Normally I don't know, the first time I play a game, I usually talk to everybody and get a good feel for what's going on, but with this game, being that I've been through it so many times, I typically, I go for the crazy stats and try to level up and get maxed out, get the best gear and stuff, but I tend to focus less on the story, on second and other playthroughs beyond the first. So, anyways, here's your last save spot. It's not a bad idea to quick save here and before you go in. I think I was already topped off. I had full HP, full MP, that stuff, so I was all ready to go. Grab the power tab there at the bottom corner, and I used it on Ayla, obviously. I don't know if you can consider that hidden. That was a pretty glaring tab. Alright, so here we have the beasts. And like I said, these have a good charm. You can charm the rainbow helmet off of them, and I would definitely recommend doing that if you have Ayla's charm ability right here. It's gonna really do a lot for your defense. When you attack these, they get a minor attack damage buff. Again, they don't really do a whole lot to begin with, so I don't know that that's that big of a deal, but kind of interesting anyway. So there's the other rainbow helm. I actually, after I completed this battle, I left and then went back out to the save point and came back in, and that I didn't realize it, but you don't have to do that because there is another set of beasts. I wanted to make sure that I had 3 rainbow helmets, 1 for each of my party members. But again, you don't need to do that because there are enough on the way to the next boss. That's what I really wanted them for. I wanted them for the little, I guess it's more of a mini boss coming up. kind of they're kind of annoying, but yeah, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. So there you go, I cooked the rainbow helms. Yeah, there, left. Like I said, I didn't need to do this. I didn't need to respawn these two initial beasts because there are two more up ahead before the enemy, the little mini boss encounter, I guess you could call it. All right, so not a whole lot else to talk about with the beasts. They go down pretty fast. I don't know. I really ripped through Chrono's MP taking these down with Confuse, but yeah, why not? Looks like I stole one for a good measure. Didn't really need to do that, but whatever. That skill is... The animation for that is pretty cool. Seems like kind of a strange name for it, but... Maybe like a Quadra Slash? Okay, maybe that would have been too close to a Final Fantasy III reference. But anyways, I want to say the Rainbow Helm, I think, halves lightning attacks. So definitely useful for the upcoming Spekico battle, which I cover in the, I believe it's the next video. So it won't be this one, but you know, keep your eyes peeled. Spekico can be one tough customer. You know, there's definitely some things you can do to prepare, and prepare better than I did. I did not prepare very well for that fight, and you will see what I mean if you stay tuned. Falcon hit, I gotta say right now, I abuse that ability or tech quite a bit. I love that skill. That's probably my favorite double tech. I don't think it has I think it's considered a physical attack, so there's no element attached to it, so it actually, it really helps out in the Ocean Palace, I believe it is. So you'll see me use it over and over in there. It's almost exclusively the attack I use inside there, and for good reason. So the blue beast, you can steal a mermaid cap, which I believe cuts water damage by 50%, if I remember right. The red beast has an elixir, I think it is, and then the mud imp has a speed tab. So I would, yep, there's the elixir. I would definitely recommend stealing from all of them. I don't know if that, you know, the elixir, whatever, but you might as well, you know, you're here, might as well take care of it. Only got stuck haste on everybody. Oh yeah, I instead of using twin charm, I just used regular charm, and that way Maul could still keep casting haste. Unfortunately, that seal failed. One thing to know, the rock, the mud imp, it doesn't really take much damage until the two beasts are dead. And I'm trying to think of the order that I took. I think I always kill off the blue one first. Or maybe not. No, it looks like I tried to do that. Yep. Oh, and I believe, yeah, so the red one is weak against water attacks. The blue one is weak against fire. Obviously, I don't have a fire user. I didn't take Luca with. I don't think, you know, again, I think you can, I've said it before in my guides, but you can take any combination of two characters and be successful. To varying degrees, you know, there may be some battles that are more efficient with certain party setups, but I tend to pick favorites and stick with them. And yeah, that cube toss absolutely destroyed that guy. That was almost 3k. I want to say that each beast has, I think it's 5,000 health. So, I mean, that took half of that thing's attack, or took half of his life away in one hit. Like, the imp kicks rocks at the beasts and it makes them charge. Kind of funny. Yeah, and here, I just went to Falcon hit spam at this point and just let Marl heal. The mud imp does actually not have that much health. Oh, I thought maybe I could kill him at the same time. I don't think it ended up working out that way. But it was the effort that counted, right? Thought that counted. I think that's how that saying goes if you fail on a charm. For very little. This fight ended up taking way longer than I remember. With you know, with the mud imp combined attacks with the beasts, the fight really drags out because it's really, frankly, it's the animation time. It's really annoying. Kind of curious how much health this thing really had, because it looked like every time I was doing damage to it, it was just healing back up by 150. And then, there you go. See, so once you actually take down the beast, he has basically no defense, and the cube toss more or less one-shot him. I don't remember how much health he had. I don't know if it was only 1,200 or if it was 1,500, but yeah, cube toss took care of him. So here is we finally got to Mount Woe itself. So if I put another speed tab on Maul, I think my intent was to speed her up a bit more to get her kind of on par with Chrono and Ayla, and to really get her turns rocking, because you know, when she's casting haste 3 times on boss fights, it's a lot of time spent just casting and preparing for a fight. And she's typically my healer as well, so you know, the faster she can get everybody hasted up, the faster we can actually get into healing, and you know, and if everybody's topped off, then doing damage. The Rebel is awesome. 1,000 experience, and 100 tech points, and who cares about the money, but Chrono just finally learned Luminaire. I think this is typically where I end up learning Luminaire on almost all my playthroughs. And It is an awesome spell, especially when you get a gold stud on him, because it's very expensive. It's 20 MP for each cast. The Bantam Imps, you can charm them for the Alloy Blade, I believe it's called, and that is an upgrade for Chrono. I think this is the only place in the game that you can get them. I don't think they're sold in stores. I could be wrong though on that, so don't quote me. I don't know if you have to steal it from the Bantam Imp while it's being carried around, or if you can still steal it when it's not being carried, like so. I don't know if you can steal it like right there. I don't know. Didn't try it. Never thought of it until now. There's a couple other steals that we'll go over once I get there. I think I want to check on. So I equipped the alloyed blade, and yeah, checked on Ayla's triple kick. So she had 590. I believe I ended up learning that here too. So that just gives you an idea of how many or how much tech points this place actually has. But these rubbles are just fantastic. I mean, I don't know, and that's the other thing. I don't know if you can respawn them if you leave the area and come back in, or if they're, there's only so many of them on a playthrough. I'm not sure. Again, I didn't check, and I didn't really think about it. Normally, I'm getting to the end of people's tech lists here, so I didn't care very much. I mean, it was nice, for sure. Like I said, I think pretty sure Ayla learned triple kick by the time I ended up getting to the boss, so it was quite the jump, went from 590, I believe it was, all in a matter of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Here's another set of Bantam Imps. These things are a little annoying just because they're like a two-part enemy. But then Chrono gets counterattack, so they kind of they're less annoying. Love that rage band. Alright, next area. There's a rubble here to the left. Oop. Nothing there. I thought maybe there was a tab. I was trying to remember where there's kind of a hidden, I don't know if I think it's a magic tab later on. We'll get there eventually, but I couldn't remember exactly where it was at, so I just kind of searched some extra spots. So, I didn't speak about it, but when you fight the rubble, you can't use techs, which would be nice because techs always hit. And they have very, very high evasion. So, they can get a little annoying. You'll miss a lot. And I think they can run away. And obviously, if they run away, you won't get any tech points. So, hopefully you can get them down. I don't know if there's an accessory or not that'll increase your chances to actually land hits. I'm not sure. So the gargoyles have the big hand. That is an upgrade for Robo. And so that is 2 of, I believe there's 3 good steals in this area. So it's the Bantam Imp with the alloy blade, the gargoyle with the big hand, and I want to say the Man Eater has an upgrade for, I want to say it's Frog. I think it's the Pearl Edge. if I remember correctly. It's only been a couple days since I took this footage, so yeah. Hopefully my memory's not that bad. Alright, continuing on. So up here and to the right, there's a couple extra treasures. Load the vest and maybe something else, maybe, I don't know, consumable or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. Oof, yeah. Getting tired. Looks like this is gonna be the last video of the night. So these gargoyles are so annoying. So they've got an attack a lot like the new. It takes your HP to 1, which isn't that dangerous, but the fact that well, it is. I shouldn't say it's not dangerous because it is. The real kicker though is you're surrounded by enemies that don't just do that skill, you know, so at least with a battle with a new, you can never lose because they'll never take you below 1 HP. They'll, you know, every attack they do will take you to 1, but they can't ever take you to 0. But these guys can, so be careful. All right, so grab the load vest. I don't know if that was the best idea to equip it on Marl. I don't know. Almost wonder if I should have equipped it on Chrono instead, but I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Miss. Like I said, it can be annoying, but the payoff is well worth it if you need techs. Miss. There we go, finally. Took a little while. Figured I'd give Luminaire a try there. Not as expensive, but it is cool. So one idea, if you're cruising through here, and I don't know why I didn't think about it, but the Berserker would have been a very, very good item to equip on probably Chrono and Ayla. You know, depending on your makeup, your team makeup, that may change, but the Berserker does auto attack and it'll do hit and defense up, so you should land more attacks with them. And when they do land attacks, it seems like it hits quite a bit harder, so not a bad idea. Again, I wish I would have thought about that now. Probably would have saved myself a little bit of time in battle in here. But yeah, hide in sight is 20/20, they say. I tend to not use those a lot, just because you know, the Berserker can mess you up for boss fights. That's not typically not typically the best idea to just be auto-attacking with 2 characters the whole time. Or 1 even, sometimes, you know. I like to keep my options open, but in this case, and you know, and if you're comfortable with the game or you know where bosses are at, then I think it's quite a bit of a better idea. I think you know, if you know when to switch your accessories back over, it's not a bad idea. So I guess food for thought. But anyways, we are getting close to the peak. Getting there anyway. There's maybe another screen or 2, but not a whole lot more as far as battles. I probably should try running from some of these, but I think my goal was to get triple kick by the time I got to the peak. And I couldn't remember how many piles of rubble were on the ground, so it kind of just fought my way through. Time to bust out the lightning. Yeah, it looks like Chrono's magic was good enough so that a lightning would take out the gargoyles. So, you know, quite a bit less expensive when it comes to MP. It does quite a bit less damage, but you know what? No sense in overkill. I don't know if I got confused here. Looks like I was a little confused. Or just being thorough. Probably just being thorough. Seems like more my style. Miss. Yeah, I really wish I would have equipped those berserkers now. Oh well. What do you do? Gargoyles are about to eat some lightning. Yep. You know, one of the other things I was there's finally triple kick, and then I learned the triple tech final kick, which in my opinion it's my favorite attack in the game. It just does so much damage to a single target. It's really a fantastic skill. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Oh well, must not have been very important. Oh, remembered. You know, I don't know. It felt like I was ripping through a lot of Chrono's MP and not using it as much on Ayla. So I probably could have switched the silver stud over. I would definitely recommend, if you're using this party, to leave the gold stud on Marl, because she typically does a lot more casting. Wow, sorry about that. She does a lot more casting in each fight, so I think that's probably still a good decision to leave that there. But again, now there's the Pro Edge finally. Okay, so the Man-Eater That's, like I said, that's the last steel in here. The pearl edges for Frog. But anyways, you know, I used a lot of spells here on Chrono. Now granted, there is a save spot coming up and I do restore my mana, but I don't know. I guess do whatever suits you. So finally got some upgrades for Frog that were better than the Rasmussen. Or I just had some upgrades that were better for him and never equipped them because I haven't used them. I skipped that rubble just because I don't need any more tech points. I am capped out with this set of 3. So I didn't feel that it was worth the time to take on the rubble. Alright. Lightning 2 makes quick work of the gargoyles. And then some minor damage should finish off the man-eaters. It looks like they heal themselves. Yeah, alright, so shelter and shield. Kind of interesting items. I don't utilize them very much. But the shields are not bad. Not a bad consumable. Can really take some bite out of certain enemies. I believe it's, if I remember right, it's 50% less damage taken. Something like that, 50% less incoming damage. I forget, I'd have to look at it again. Again, like I said, I don't utilize them very well. So here is, I don't know if this is the last save point before the boss. We're gonna find out, but here and then I hovered over the barrier and the shield and then wasn't paying enough attention. I'm guessing barrier is cuts magic damage by 50% and shield is cuts physical damage by 50%, but that's my theory. And here I went to check the time hat and it doesn't do what I thought it did. Alright. So it prevents stop and flow. When I saw time hat, I thought haste hat, but the haste helmet you don't get until there's the hidden tab, and it is a magic tab. So I was right with my guess. Alright. So yeah, this place, I don't know, pretty straightforward. Not by any means, it's not difficult. The random encounters on the way here, nothing real, spectacular about them. So should be pretty easy to get through. Now, Giga Gaia, the boss up here, can be handled. I don't know. You can handle it in different ways. I would recommend doing it the way I do it. Which is I kill the left hand and leave the right hand up. Reason being okay, so you'll see the first 2 attacks that he gets off on me, he basically does them right away. So you got Dark Plasma, which is a shadow attack. He'll only use this if he's got 2 hands alive. So that does about 100 everybody. So 2-hand attack, double hand blaster, fire based. So if you've got fire based armor, not a bad idea to equip it. You can soften up that initial hit. And then I just nuke that left hand and take it right out of the fight. I don't worry about it for the rest. The right hand, on the other hand, will heal and cast water spells. I don't know if it has access to other skills. I guess I'll try to pay attention here to let you know. I do seem to remember a lot of water-based skills though, so I guess you could equip the mermaid hat if you felt you needed it or wanted to. I don't know. My characters are so over-leveled though right here. It's pretty minor damage. So anyways, back to the strategy. I think it's the best idea is to just to take the left hand out so that it can't use its double hand abilities, the ones that hit everybody for 100 or 200. The right hand again does minor damage, like basically water spells, and then it says it revives the head, but it heals for so little that it's just, you know, nothing compared to a triple kick. And so there, I finally charmed the speed tab. There's another water attack from the hand on the right. I guess technically that's his left hand. When I was describing these, I guess I was, you know, looking at it from our perspective. I don't know if that's important or not. Probably not. This probably wasn't very confusing to people, but you never know. Alright, so there he revived the hand on the left there, and I'm just gonna final kick it right away. We're just gonna take care of that right away so you don't have to worry about the double hand attacks. Yeah, heals for 250, that's just nothing. And I think I just received the triple kick, the living poo out of its face. Keep the face over and over and over until it died. Again, you know, if your party is not as developed as mine, you know, your attack pattern and your attack skills may be different, you know. I would imagine, you know, at the very least you'd have like an ice sword too, or I don't know, maybe a falcon head or something. But just, you know, use whatever you've got available to you. Again, it's not a very difficult fight, especially if you make sure you're taking out that left hand right away. Or I should say the hand on the left. That triple kick is just insane. That ends the fight real quick. Alrighty. So Gigagaya has met his end. I don't know why it looks like they used the same animation for Ozzy when Ozzy encases himself in his barrier. I don't know. Seems kind of strange, but so I like that his initial worry was immediately the Ocean Palace and what the Queen was doing. So we broke the seal, and apparently that means that the mountain crashes. The levitating mountain crashes. Which, I don't know, I thought that place was really cool. I don't think I mentioned it, but the fact that it's kind of floating and then you've got gigantic chains connecting it, I don't know, it seemed really cool. Seems like a good topic for game theory. Or maybe he's already covered it by now. Who knows? Okay, so the worry is that if the Mammon machine is brought to Lavos, he could awaken. And here we have the lovely Miss Shala. So Shala apparently and the gurus are the only ones that treat the earthbound ones, the ones without magical powers, equally. So again, it seems it's kind of a cool little. It's almost like a class separation. It kind of felt like to me. Presence is required also. And Janice even comments that this place is filthy. So, I guess being a kid, he's probably, you know, not very mature, and he's kind of used to palace life, and I don't know, maybe he just kind of gets everything handed to him. But, Shala, on the other hand, I think maybe she kind of understands, you know, how the world works a little more. Alright, so it's time to rescue Shala and challenge the queen. That's funny. So Melchior says that, you know, we've done so much for them, and he doesn't even know our names, and Marl just says you'll find out soon enough. Alright, so Melchior gives us the red knife, which is made, he says it's made out of the same material as the Mammon machine. It should be able to destroy it. So it looks like that is going to be the plan. But that is going to finally bring this video to a close at, wow, 42 minutes or so, it looks like. So, alright, thanks for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But I hope to see you for the next video. Alright, thanks for watching.